Pfeifer. I live in Philadelphia, Mississippi, and I just wanted to chat with you and share a wonderful experience that I had recently. Um, have you ever gone to a movie or a restaurant that was just so good that and you had such a good experience that you wanted to share it with your family and your friends so that they could have that same experience? Yeah, we all have. And that's what happened to me. I attended an event that was so profound and so life-changing and incredible and made such a difference in my life that I want to share with others. So, because not only can I have this experience, but you can too. So it's difficult for me being on this side of the camera. I'm used to being on the other side, but because some people took the time to let me know about this, I'm willing to do it so others can also have this great blessing in their life. On February 23rd and 24th of 2024, this year, just less than a month ago, I went to an event that was called Becoming More. It was held in Kissimmee, Florida. It was hosted by Richard Gordon. He's the founder of Quantum Touch Healing, the author of many books on that technique, and it was the second event of its type that has ever been held. The first was held in Cancun, Mexico, just a few months earlier, and I really didn't know much about it. So I didn't attend the event. But afterwards, just a few people had posted their take on the event, and I think there were 2 videos that I saw, and after watching those videos, I knew I did not ever want to miss this event if they offered it again, and I would do anything it took to be able to attend. And so that's why I'm doing this today, is to share what I got out of it and to share it with you too. So if you want to do it, you'll know what it is, what you might expect, and how it is. So that's what I'll do. But first I'll tell you a little bit about what it is, and again I want to say how grateful I am to the people who posted after the first event, because I would have never attended if they hadn't. So Becoming More, what is it about? We talked about you want to share with other people. Well, have you ever had a friend or a family member who had a gift or a talent that you wish you had too? I know I have. Maybe they were really good at music or art or public speaking or making friends or just anything you can think of. Think about it. What kind of gift or ability do you wish you had that you don't think you have now? This was a predicament that Richard Gordon found himself in when he was visiting with a person he'd gone through college with, and they had a little reunion, and they had met, I think, in a coffee shop or something, and she was saying how college was so easy for her and going to school was so easy for her because she had a photographic memory. And Richard then said, well, I didn't find it easy like that. He said, I had to study really, really hard. And he said, could you give me your gift? And so they joked around about that and going back and forth, and then finally, I don't know, she did something like pretending she was bestowing her gift of a photographic memory on Richard, and they laughed about it and met. But he noticed, not too long after, that all of a sudden, he was having a photographic memory. He was seeing people's faces in front of him with their names written in a certain way, and he called her up and said, do you... When you're trying to remember people, do you see their face right in front of you and see their names written out and in a special way? And she said, how did you know? And he said, I'm seeing that too. And then there were some other things, and that's all his story, and he'll share that. He shares it in the meetings, and I'm sure it'll be in a book too. And so then, from that experience, he knew there is a way that people can share their gifts and talents with others. But he didn't know how they did it. He worked on that, trying to figure out. He knew it was possible because it had just happened to him. It took 10 years, or more than 10 years, for him to figure this out. And it was using a process that he had been teaching for 40 years, and that's the quantum touch. He was based on the principles of quantum touch. So then, after he figured that out, and he tested it, well, then he had to see, but can I teach other people to do this too? And so he did that, and it worked. And it was simple and beautiful. So that's when he decided to start holding these Becoming More. And so far there's only been 2. And I attended the second one. And like I said, it was after that first event and people started posting. And they talked about how they had just freely and with a great deal of love traded abilities and gifts with other people, gifting their gift to another person with love that they shared from their heart. It's up to the receiver, of course, to receive it and to use it. But I wanted to know more. I still didn't know how to do it. So I was very excited, and I knew there were gifts that I would like to have and that I would hope to get. So we go to the meeting. And one of the first things that happened is Richard tells us his story, the one where he met with the college, the old college mate. And then they hand the microphone around to we're all sitting in a big conference facility, and there's a microphone going around, and we were all supposed to say what gift or ability would we be willing to bestow and gift onto another person. Well, I'd say 90% of us had no idea that was coming up, and so we were on the fly trying to think, oh, what do I have that I can offer? And so I did say one, but as it went around, I thought, oh my, I could think of some other things that people would maybe be of more benefit. So I settled on one, and I thought, well, when we do this, I'll give them the choice. And that's what I did. And all but one person out of everyone wanted the second choice that I came up with. So I was glad I took that time. But I'm telling you this, so if you do go, you have plenty of time to think about what gift you would like to offer. All right, so then Richard gave us very brief instructions. I think it might have been 15 minutes on how we were going to do this. How would we give our gift to another person and how we would receive it. And there's only one prerequisite for taking this phenomenal Becoming More workshop, and that is to have some kind of experience with quantum touch, because you have to know a little bit about it so that you can perform it and be able to give and receive gifts. And so one of the ways is you could have read his book, Quantum Touch, The Power to Heal, written by Richard Gordon. Really good book. If you read this book and practice it, you can heal yourself, you can heal other people, and it's so simple, even a child can do it. Or he's got an online course called the Quantum Touch Video Workshop. I ordered the DVDs, but also the digital format where it just comes right to your phone. Or you can take the formal level 1 workshop. So as long as you have some experience with quantum touch, you can do this and you can attend the workshop. Next, then he had us all get up and we formed 2 big circles, and the inner circle and the outer circle, and it would be one person facing another person. So it was an equal number of people on the inner circle and the outer circle. And he had just taught us the technique. it's the person on the I think the inner circle. Then all the people on the outer circle. It is either outer or inner, but all the ones in the outer circle will say. Then had 1 minute. They told the person across for them what gift they were giving them, and they had 1 minute to send this gift. And then they send it out through their heart chakra to the other person, and it's up to the other person to receive that gift. Then it would reverse, and the person on the inner circle then would take a full minute. First they tell them what the gift is that they're offering them at that time, and then they send it out through the heart chakra to the other person. And then the outer circle would move one step over to the next person, so that then everybody was facing a different person. And you repeated that process a number of times, giving your gift with love, and then receiving the gift from the other person also with love. And I'll tell you, as we were going around, the feeling was palpable in the air, because everybody's sending it out, through to the other person. You could just feel this, just being surrounded and enveloped in love. And Richard called each person's giving a gift, their flavor of love, like ice cream. Ice cream cones come in different flavors. Well, each person's gift from them was a flavor of their love that they were offering. And it really was that, and you could feel it. And so sometimes you would just have tears in your eyes because of this feeling of love that just washes over you. It was powerful, and the whole event was uplifting and moving. Like I said, powerful. And you're probably wondering, okay, so what did you get out of it? What was the benefit? What were the results that you have? I received way more than 20 gifts and talents, and I did something a lot of people don't do. Is they give you a little booklet to have for the whole meeting, and I jot down like the person's name who was giving it to me. There was a couple I couldn't remember, and what gift they offered me, so I could keep track of later what gifts I had received. And so one of the very first people that I came in contact with said, I'm very lucky. I could give you my gift of luck. And I said, oh, wow, yes, please, I'll take that. And you know what? Within 2 hours, my name was drawn in a raffle, winning a beautiful, powerful necklace that it has special properties. So I wear it all the time. I almost never take it off. And it just gets stronger and stronger as I use quantum touch. It goes into here. I have definitely been very lucky since becoming more, starting with winning that lottery almost immediately after. When I came home from the event, my calendar became totally filled, and a month and a half worth in advance filled up, and with new clients and new connections and serendipitous events and chance meetings, and it just keeps going on. And I'll talk more about that. But I also was given the gift of manifestation. And what I think has happened is the gift of luck and the gift of manifestation have combined to be what I now call supercharged manifesting. For example, I did a healing session on a person afterwards at a retreat that I work at. And as I came out of working with this person, the owner said, "Oh, we just got a call. So and so canceled their appointment for tomorrow." And I was thinking, "Oh, gee, okay." I walked out of the building, and a woman I'd never met before was coming up the steps towards me. We said hi and had a brief conversation, and she said why she was there, and I told her why I was there, what I do. And she says, "I would love to have that service. Can I get an appointment?" And I said, "Well, somebody just canceled for tomorrow." And she goes, "I'll take it." So um, just things like that. I took my computer in to be worked on, and as he's ringing me up, he said, "So what do you do?" And I told him what I do with the energy working on. He said, "Would could that do anything with my anxiety?" And I said, "I've worked with a lot of people with anxiety, and they say it does." And so, it's just running into people or getting phone calls out of the blue. Every time I have an opening that I want filled, I get a call or a text or a chance meeting, and it is immediately filled. Another luck with manifestation, my super manifesting, also occurred about a week after I got home, and it was a woman I'd never heard of who runs a holistic health technique clinic that I had never heard of, and she has a very large clientele, asked if I would come out and meet with her. And I said, well, yeah. So set it up, and on April 9th, I went there, had a 3 o'clock appointment. She took me all through the tour, asked what I did, what were the specifics, what were my charges, and contracted me on the spot to work with her clients, doing offering healing services and other things I do, doing demos and teaching in the groups. Well, I didn't know that we were expecting to be hit by a big storm that day. I hadn't watched the news in quite a while. And she had said, "Oh, I wish you could have met all these other people who work here. They're lovely people, and I'm sure they are." She said, "But they all wanted to get home before the storm." She said, "I live close by, so, I stayed to wait and meet with you." And I said, "Gee, I didn't even know." So I left there around 4. I needed to get gas. I got some groceries, got all the way home, and the storm hit. And it turned out it was a pretty big storm. It wasn't just a little storm, so I was glad I had made it home. But as soon as I realized that this was a pretty big deal, it had hail and high winds and thunderstorms, and so I did an energy protection around the whole property, which includes 4 homes. We own a farm, we gave it to our son. We bought it. We live on it. It has four homes with people in it, many buildings with animals in it, and lots of equipment and things, with high dollar values. And so I used my quantum touch and did an energy field of protection around the entirety, that everyone would be safe, and the important things would be safe. So we went up. We had 5 trees down immediately around the house. We have a vehicle that today, matter of fact, he flies in from Maryland or Virginia, and we're giving him a truck because his dad just got a different truck. And a tree came down right there next to it, but did no damage at all to it. So Dean got that and moved it out of the way of anything that could fall or fly. And we had our 2 main cars were under the carport. And we had taken down half of a tree that was leaning a good portion over this carport, because we knew that if that came down, it would crush and damage our vehicles. But there was a big heavy branch that was all the way over the carport, and so he never had figured out yet how to get rid of that. And the storm hit, and I'm thinking, "Oh no, please don't, please don't." And he had his new to him truck and my car, which are our main vehicles. And amazingly, this supercharged manifestation, it the wind was so strong it twisted the tree trunk, so the branch moved from hanging over the top of our carport, twisting it around and falling, so it missed the entire carport and our driveway, so we could still get in and out, and didn't even scratch his truck, which was closest to it. And so we just were so lucky in so many ways. We had very minimal damage. We lost our water. That hadn't happened since Katrina for a day, but then it was up and running. And it was, I think, a day or a day and a half on the electricity. And 2 men came out by themselves. A tree fell in the neighbor's yard. I should have put protection on that too. Next time I will. And when that tree came down, it pulled all the wires down to us in the farm. And two guys in one truck came, and they ran us all new lines, and we were up by that night. So that was wonderful. And I didn't know how lucky we were until our road was cleared pretty quickly, and we went out to the main road so we could get some groceries, and roofs were gone, trees through houses, and it was really bad. A strip of the road just past us, I guess within 5 miles, they were out of electricity for a whole week because of all the lines and poles that had snapped. So we were really, really, really lucky. And the third gift that I received, and this is just 3 out of many, was the gift of intuition and the opening of the third eye, so to speak. And I've received so many insights and intuitions that, and blessings have been falling into place like magic, and doors opening, these chance meetings and conversations and spontaneous healing sessions. Like I said, this is just 3 of 20 plus love flavors gifts that I received from the Becoming More workshop. And can you see why I feel the need to share with others? Because not only can I have this wonderful experience, but you can too. And I would not have known if others hadn't shared in what happened there with me. And so that's why I'm willing to get on the other side of a camera and share with you. It didn't end. The giving didn't end with that. After each session, many of us got together to do healings on other people who needed it or were asking for it. And some of us watched, felt, and heard as a curved spine moved towards its proper alignment. Gifts were freely given and received, and I want you to understand that you might feel like when you're giving your gift that you're giving it away. You are giving your gift, but even though I shared it many times over, it never diminished my gift. As a matter of fact, the opposite has been true. It has increased my own gift, the one I was giving away. The gift I offered has been magnified within myself. And just in case you might be thinking, I don't have any gifts to offer, or no one would want my gift, let me assure you that's not true. I know for absolute positive that everyone comes to earth with at least one gift, but most likely many gifts. And oftentimes they're gifts we don't even know we have. Sometimes other people point it out to us. There's those gifts that are obvious, like sports, arts, music, dance, public speaking, but then there's those less obvious gifts: how to be a really good friend, how to give comfort to someone in need, how to be a good listener, the gift of humor. I remember as I went around the room and came to one lovely man, and he said, Well, all I have is humor. And I don't know if anybody even wants that. And I said, are you kidding? I'm a 24-hour caregiver. I need humor in my life. I work as an RN. I need humor in my life. Things are so serious in what I do. So you have gifts to offer, and I'm sure there's gifts you would love to receive. So I hope I can attend the next Becoming More workshop, which is going to be in this October, and they're going to post below the dates on that. It will be held in Cancun, Mexico. I hope I can get to go to that one too. I would love to repeat this experience many times, but even more so, I hope to see a whole lot of you, as many as possible there. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.